Hello, my name is Deb. This is Big.Sky-406-Sales YouTube channel. I am a reseller based out of Western Montana. In this channel, or on this channel I should say, I do jewelry unboxings, I make jewelry jars. I also take this channel with me thrift shopping and yard selling to try and find undervalued items to flip for a profit. If you're a subscriber, thanks for returning. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Thank you. Now let's get into the video. Hello, my friends. I'm putting together some jewelry jars for my vintage and antique booth down in Darby, Montana. So, I have some jewelry here. I've been trying to find jars that are decorative, you know, that draw the eye to the jewelry jar, to make them a little more desirable by the container they're in. Here is an antique dessert compote or trifle jar. I wouldn't know what you call that. And then, you know, this is from flowers.com. So both of these two vases are, jars are really not for canning or food storage, but are decorative. So I'm going to use these today, hoping I have enough jewelry to fill these three, because I need to take some jewelry jars to my booth. They have been selling out, the jewelry jars that is. Not so much the craft jewelry, the craft and repair and bead and fine and harvest jars. Those really aren't selling at the booth, but the wearable jewelry jars are. So I have this long faux turquoise earrings and necklace, and I'm going to just pile that in the bottom. And a gemstone, some sort of jasper stone and quartz with a tassel. Really good condition. I'm just going to put these at the bottom. I'm going to put this one at the bottom of the purple jar. Oh, kitty! I'll have to pause right here. My kitty wants in. She's meowing at the screen door. Kind of layering the bottom of each jar with some of the bigger, chunkier necklaces. Let's get that in there. There are these fun earrings. These were actually brand new. I took them off of the tag. You know, like this right here. Takes up a lot of room to put it in a jar like that, but sometimes people want them new with tags, so I'm going to see if I can fit that in there. Get that tucked in there. You might be able to hear my chickens squawking in the back. Brooch. Have some clip-on earrings. There's the spring here. I think it's a J. Crew. J. Crew ring. Put that in there. It's vintage green. Now you can hear my rooster. My window's open. It's 70 degrees outside, a nice spring day. for a change. We've still been getting snow and cold weather, so I'm trying to take advantage of the nice weather and allow my house to air out. So that just makes the trick. And there's these 80s painted earrings. Look at those in there. There's this fun glass crystal bead necklace. Put that in the blue jar. And then there's this pink cultured pearls and crystal beads. The purple one. Fill that spot right there. There we go. Put a blue bracelet in there. Necklace. Sprinkly bracelets. This has Abalonian beads. It's kind of fun, very boho. Yeah, I'll put them there. These gray pearls. Fun necklace, silver tone. That'll be good in that one. This nice agate bead and glass beads. Put that one in there. This vintage gold tone. Gold tone. This doesn't look like anything, but it's Vera Bradley. That put in there. Okay, this is actually a set. There is the bracelet. It has the magnetic clasp. So I'm going to put the bracelet around the necklace. That when someone sees that they're getting a set. Here are these Monet clip-on earrings. Put those in the back. Charm bracelet with doggy levers and dog stuff. That's in there. Faux pearl. Fun little ring. A heart glass pendant. These vintage screwback earrings. Open that one. Hat pin. Try and get that over there. Crystals. Yucky. Oh, there's a purple clamper, enamel clamper, vintage. That'll definitely go in the purple jar. Let's turn this around. And these earrings. We've got some earrings. I guess I should talk some more. Kind of boring for you, huh? I'll play music in that area where I wasn't speaking. So I went to some great yard sales today and got footage of that. Getting ready to go to my vintage booth. So I have to get these jars ready for that. Sparkly earrings. And a charm bracelet. Child's little ring. Fun thing. So I can't wait to upload that video for you all. It's I found some stuff that was totally out of my comfort zone, and I got it, and I'm gonna list it. Very exciting porcelain statues. Those earrings in there. There's that fun ring. Pierced earrings. There's a belt. Let's hook to it. My eBay store is doing really good. This is one of those vintage sweater pins. Yeah, I needed a backing for that. And the backing. Just put all of those in there. That have backings. There's these blue crystal cookie pave earrings. pierced earrings. Get those set in there. All these little vintage clip-on earrings. Vintage cross. These are clip-ons, Trifari. Trying to get a lot of the vintage into that one. Here's the wing. Put in there some vintage clip-on earrings here. Gemstone cross. All right. I think I'm going to be able to fill 3 jars, so that's good. Vintage faux pearls. The store doesn't have any pearls, so we'll get those in there. This fun bead necklace. These pierced earrings. All kinds of fun stuff going in to the jewelry jars. I really like to get a lot of pieces in there. I saw them for $50 at the booth. And so I want at least 50 items in the jar. So that way it's about $1 a piece, if not more. Like the jars to be a good value, and hopefully people will go back for more. There's a gas bracelet. use some of these earrings. There we go. Here's some dream catcher earrings. Some gemstone earrings. Clip-ons. White J. Crew earrings. Pendant. And we've got, let's see, another pair of earrings. I'm going to put all these golfing charms. A bunch of golf charms. Earring backs. And a little brooch. Another pair of earrings. So there's a bunch of charms going into this one over here. To find alright, so that one's done. I have to find a few little things to top those off. In my own bracelet right there. Some crystal. A lot of it's mine. All of it's mine. I know this video is probably so boring. Just exhausting, I think. Out of there. it'll be done. So what I do from this point is I tape it. Nope, that's it. Have it a plastic bag. Oh, I know. Put one of these cloths on top. Around there. All right, I'll put a $50 price tag on that and do the rest. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me make jewelry jars to sell at my booth. Please consider subscribing to this channel. I'm a reseller, and I'm a reseller. I sell on eBay. That's why I'm focusing most of my attention these days, on eBay. A little bit here and there on Mercari and at my vintage and antique booth. That's mainly the places I'm focusing on right now. Check the links in the description. I'm running a coupon on eBay, and everything from $15 to $500 is 20% off in my store on eBay, and for 2 days I'll be doing 25% off, and that's coming up soon. So please check out my links and check out my eBay store. All right, I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye. you.